concern over the safety of the drinking water at some local schools. Good evening and thank you for joining us. A new report from the University of Toronto's Investigative Journalism Bureau is highlighting levels of lead in the drinking water at schools and daycare centers across the province, including here in Thunder Bay.
The Lakehead District School Board says it's addressing the issue and keeping up with provincial standards. However, Lee Noonan joins us in studio with more. Lee.
Thanks, Ryan. There are many schools in this area that are passing with flying colors, but the U of T report does show multiple failed tests for some local schools, particularly older buildings in rural areas. But the school board says they're on top of it and there's no cause for alarm. Whitefish Valley School failed 24 out of 34 tests for lead in its drinking water between 2019 and 2023, according to a new report from the University of Toronto's Investigative Journalism Bureau. Those are the worst numbers from the Lakehead School Board, but they say measures are in place to ensure students are safe.
Both my children are in school, both grade 2 and grade 5, so they're both in those susceptible ages as well. And I feel excellent about the program, about the regulation and how we sample. So very confident they drink the water every day.
The U of T report uses a federal standard of 5 parts per billion, whereas school boards use the provincial standard of 10 parts per billion. Under that standard, 50% of tests at Whitefish Valley still fail, 17 out of the 34. One reason for the large number of tests, Ulvang explains, is that they continue testing and retesting as they work to fix a problem until they get a good result.
Increase the flushing time, resample to see if we can confirm. We could change out fixtures or water fountains, resample again, and do confirmatory testing. Or sometimes we'll even go as far as a capital maintenance project.
The school board estimates it's invested about $75,000 to mitigate issues with lead in school drinking water since new regulations were imposed in 2017.
It's been a significant amount, some large add-ons to capital work and projects where we were already working on facilities, plumbing and other. We've been able to add on through adds to those projects with those companies. We've also done it in-house through our maintenance group. Our plumbers have been excellent at addressing those and addressing them quickly when they come up.
According to the report, the highest rates of failed tests where lead exceeded 5 parts per billion were at Whitefish Valley, as well as Mackenzie Public at 35%, 5 Mile at 32%, Sherbrooke at 29%, and Armstrong at 17%. Meanwhile, at 9 schools, there were no failed tests at all. Ulvang says protocols are in place at all schools to make sure kids aren't drinking water when there's a failed test.
All of our designated water fixtures will have a green tag signifying that it's safe for consumption. Any of them that do not get tested or may fail at some point in time will get a red tag. It'll say do not drink, just so people are aware.
The report also includes results from the local Catholic school board, and officials there say they'll be ready to respond to the lead results next week. Lee Noonan, TBT News.